Hi, hello, and welcome to DriveSpark. This is Stephen Neal once again, and we are back live on popular demand. You, our viewers, wanted to take a closer look at the new Santro, and here we are bringing to you a closer look of the new Santro in quite a few colors, in which it is offered right here. So let's check it out. Here on display are a few of the colors that it is being offered in. We have red, the metallic grey, and the one that is new to the lineup, new to the entire Hyundai range actually. It is the Diana Green. We'll take a closer look at the cars. Diana Green is something new for Hyundai India. Uh, it doesn't offer this color on any other variants or any other models, but it is on offer with the new Hyundai Santro, and Hyundai India is expecting to draw more the younger generation with it, as it is vibrant and very attractive. It could be polarizing to some. It may be repelling to some. It may be brilliant to some. The interiors of this one are worth looking at. We would look at it in a bit, but before that, let's take a look at the standard interiors, which is a dual tone scheme, black and 17.3-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The controls for the air conditioning, which by the way Hyundai claims is the best in its class, and it offers quick cooling of the cabin. We have, and let's take a look at the rear, in which the Hyundai Santro now comes with a segment first feature, which is the air conditioning vents for the rear passengers as well. Now this is a new thing in this segment, the compact mid segment in which the Santro is being positioned. So that was the dual tone interior of the standard Santro. The exterior as well. Coming back to the design, we have these Z-shaped character lines right here, and at the back we have this. They may look like alloy wheels, but they're not. They're steel pressed wheels with plastic hubcaps on them, but they do look really good. Up front we have an entirely new design, which somewhat looks like the old i10 and the Grand i10, but if we have Hyundai's signature cascading grille that is placed within the bumper, and so is the fog lamps. And here we are, the new Diana Green, almost like a neon green, but this is more attractive. Here we see the smart auto badge. We'll come back to that in a bit, but first the interiors of the Diana Green. Yep, this interior is optional. One can opt for this on all other colors as well, but this goes best with Diana Green. We see the air conditioning vents getting Diana Green surrounds. We have Diana Green surrounds for the air conditioning vents, for the volume and power buttons on the stereo, again on the air conditioning vents, on the seat belts. And the seat comes with a unique stitching pattern and Diana Green stitching as well. The same pattern continues at the bottom of the seats as well. Now this is interesting because of this, the Amt transmission. This transmission debuted today with the launch of the new Santro. Uh, that is, it's a 5-speed unit, and it comes with this shifter which looks really nice. And to be honest, this doesn't feel like the interiors of an entry level car. This feels a lot premium, much more premium than it should have been, and kudos to Hyundai for that. They're calling it the smart automatic transmission, and it has debuted, and we could soon find it in other Hyundai cars as well. Uh, that's for the exteriors. Speaking about the engine that powers the Hyundai i10 is a 1.1 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, and it produces 16.8 bhp and 99 Nm in the petrol variant, whereas the petrol and CNG variant comes with 58 bhp and 84 Nm. That's 10 bhp lesser and 15 Nm lesser than the petrol variant. The CNG and petrol variant are available only with the manual transmission, whereas the Smart Auto comes only with the petrol variant, specifically 2 variants in the entire lineup. We have 5 variants in the entire Hyundai Santro lineup. The fanfare that the new Hyundai Santro is receiving is quite reminiscent to that of the old Santro that was stopped in 2014. Hyundai killed the production of the old Santro in 2014 as it was still selling well, even though Hyundai kept launching new products. Even in the face of new competition, the Santro still sold well, but Hyundai has made a brilliant decision of coming back into the market with the new Santro. A closer look at the seats. Premium patterns all over. Let's take a look at the trunk space. Of course, this being a small hatchback, we cannot expect huge boot space, but this is pretty decent. Nothing to complain about. Parcel tray quality could have been a little better. Closer look at the interiors from here. What we see here is the parking camera. Yes, the infotainment system comes with a parking camera. The rear design too is brand new. Gets brand new tail lamps, bumpers, and the like. The most attractive color though is the red. The lighting seems to be a bit off, and hence it looks that way, but it is more of a blood red, and it looks simply brilliant. Let's take a closer look at the auto gearbox in here. That looks a lot classier than with the Diana green bezel that we found earlier. Hyundai has decided to go with placing the power window controls here, that's right behind the gear lever, so that gives access to the passenger as well to control the windows of all the doors. But for those who are used to having the controls on the right, the drivers might find it a bit of a difficulty to adjust at first, especially with the pattern it is placed in. It isn't one behind the other, so that might be an issue initially. Well, only for a few minutes though. We have the 12 volt charging point, the USB input for the infotainment system, the air conditioning controls. The air conditioning vents are said to be powered, designed based on inspiration from propeller vents. Ingress and egress are both very easy, and the under thigh support, as we can see here, is very good. There might be a slight problem with the under thigh support for the driver though, because, well, the steering isn't adjustable, so it fouls with the knees. If a taller person sits in here, so yep, this could happen. And it could get really uncomfortable if that happens. Closer look at the other colors on offer. Hyundai really proudly displaying the Indian tricolor on the ribbon, because truth be told, this car and this brand especially is very dear to Indians, because it was the first Indian family car that you know could stand up to the likes of the Maruti Suzuki 800, the Maruti Suzuki Alto, and outsold such cars as well. Hyundai ran a campaign in which the new Santro, this car, was to be named. This was a couple of months ago when the hatchback still had the code name AH2, and Hyundai asked the general public to vote for the name on this car. What should we name it? And well, it was quite clear what the Santro had done to the average Indian family, what it meant to its customers and its fan base in India, because 70% of voters voted for the name Santro, so they really wanted it back. So that's popular vote right there, and Hyundai listens to its customers. We have the Santro back. Designers have said that they took experience, they looked for inspiration in average Indian life. So a few designers listened to Indian music, a few designers watched Indian movies, and a few designers just went out into the marketplace to look at what cars do in the Indian market, especially in small households, and then they sat together and designed the new Santro over a span of 1 year. And they have taken care of small little details that would matter to Indians and Indian families. This, for example, this space they have given in the middle of the dashboard, specifically to stick idles, which is very common in the Indian market. So, small details like this make the Santro what it is, and the amount of bookings that Hyundai has already received speaks a lot. The Hyundai Santro has been launched at a starting price of rupees 3.89 lakhs, uh, and the top spec CNG sport variant goes for 5.84 lakh. But that is for the first 50,000 customers only, and by the way things are going, Hyundai would definitely hike prices within a month or two at the maximum, because Hyundai opened pre-bookings for the car just a couple of weeks ago, and Hyundai has already received 23,000 bookings for the Santro, and so 50,000 isn't a big amount, and the Hyundai Santro will sell uh, in large amounts for sure. The response we've been getting for the car too is phenomenal. So, hence proven the Hyundai Santro, the Santro badge, the brand itself is a huge thing for Indians. We Indians, we love small hatchbacks, and that is what the Hyundai Santro does best. It is compact in dimensions, but it is bigger, wider, and more spacious. So that is what the average Indian household looks for. And Hyundai is good with its maintenance as well. The maintenance costs aren't extravagant, it is very reasonable, and the new Santro comes with a best in class warranty of 3 years or 1 lakh kilometers. Now that is a lot, and that just shows how confident Hyundai is about this, the new Santro. The new Santro was on sale for the older Santro was on sale for nearly 16 years and saw four, five major updates during the 16 years. And well, this is an all new model. Finally, after 4 years of production stop, even though the production was stopped, the prices for the Hyundai Santro in the pre-owned car market was still very high. We have a classy color right here. The Hyundai Santro is not just new, not just filled with features, but is also very safe. ABS and EBD comes standard with the car, so it is a lot safer, and dual airbags too come as standard. Uh, we also have other protection features, other safety features like advanced smart high grade steel being used in it, in the construction of the car, and so that makes things a lot safer for its occupants. Right. Performance figures aren't known yet. The Hyundai Santro, as mentioned earlier, comes with a 1.1 liter naturally aspirated four-cylinder engine with 69 bhp, 68 bhp, and 99 Nm. So those aren't stellar figures, and we do not expect the car to have great acceleration times. But we can assure you of this, that the new Hyundai Santro it would stand up to the competition in terms of performance, and Hyundai is claiming a mileage of 21 kilometers per liter, which we are pretty sure would be the real world average too. It would be around the same. It wouldn't be uh, lesser than that, or it wouldn't be a lot more than that as well. We have the mirror adjustments right here. Yes, it is a power mirror, but we doubt that this would be available on the lower variants. The premium looking propeller inspired air conditioning vents. Of course, it doesn't have a start stop button, so it is a traditional put in the key and then turn it to start the car. Driver airbag is standard, passenger airbag on the higher variants. Tachometer and speedometer in analog and digital MID. So that was that. Hope that was good and you had a good look at the all new Hyundai Santro. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned to DriveSpark for more auto news, auto reviews and auto updates.